What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here. I know I've been kind of out of the loop when it came to weather yesterday. I was doing some other personal stuff, so I do apologize for that. I do hope you liked the Hurricane Dorian documentary, though. I put a lot of effort into that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this, because we have Hurricane Danielle in the subtropical Atlantic, and we have Tropical Storm Earl, which is the satellite imagery I'm showing you guys right now. And this has the possibility of strengthening potentially into a major hurricane, actually, in the next few days or so. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. We're going to start with Hurricane Danielle's public advisory, go over the basic details right here. Maximum sustained winds have increased to near 80 miles per hour. Hurricane force winds are out 15 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds are out 125 miles from the center. Pressure is 983 millibars. This is where it is right here in the Atlantic, right there. As you can see, there's really no threat to land or anything. If it does get large enough, the outer bands could potentially hit parts of the Azores, but that would have to be an extremely large system for that to happen. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at Earl right there. Earl was the storm that formed on Friday night by the lesserantilles right here. So this is an interesting case we had right here. This was that Invest 91L that just was kind of staying in place and all that, and it was just out there in the Atlantic, and then eventually it developed and it produced tropical storm characteristics, and that's why they went with tropical storm strength at first. But yeah, the maximum sustained winds are now 50 miles per hour. Tropical storm force winds extend out 105 miles from the center, and the estimated minimum central pressure is 999 millibars, which is actually quite low for a 50 mile per hour tropical storm, mind you. So we're going to have to pay attention to as time goes on. Hazards affecting land. Rainfall. Earl is expected to produce rainfall amounts of 2 to 4 inches with isolated totals of 6 inches along the Leeward Islands, U.S. and British Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico today. So that's basically what we're looking at right here. Let's go ahead and start with the tracks and then the intensity of each system right here. We're going to start with Danielle. The track models, it kind of stays in place for the next 24 hours, but after that, it starts moving off further and further in the next 2 days, and then it just starts picking up its speed right there as it approaches potentially the United Kingdom right there. Now, the intensity models, they kind of stay in place. It's at 80 miles per hour right now. I said the max it would probably go is around 85, maybe even 90 miles per hour for being a little more liberal. But yeah, that's pretty much where the models are kind of agreeing when it comes to that. So that's where we are with Danielle right now. It's just a fish menace at this point. And Earl, we're going to have to take a look at the track's intensity, but Earl is a little bit more of a hazard to land because it's producing heavy rainfall, which could cause some flooding and all that. Flooding is always a threat when it comes to tropical weather. It doesn't matter how strong it is. Flooding is always a threat. But with that being said, the track models, Earl is starting to make that turn towards the north, and that's going to make a turn more towards the northeast as time continues to progress. You can even take a look at it on the cone. I can show you that right here. Where's the cone? Oh yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, this is the cone. You can see it's moving to the northwest right now at 3 miles per hour. It's basically going to move very slowly until it reaches Bermuda, where it is forecast to become a major hurricane right here by the National Hurricane Center. And let's go ahead and go to the intensity models, which majority of the models agree with that sentiment right there, having it become a major hurricane. The HWRF and HMON are having it at Category 4 strength as the peak, which I don't think is that outlandish considering the warm water and weaker wind shear it's in. So that's a situation we're going to have to monitor. Hurricane hunters are currently out in Earl right now. They haven't really updated it since an hour ago, but this is what we have right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We have flight level winds around 40 knots or so right there. We had this one SFMR around 75 knots or so, and apparently it's not flagged or anything like that. Because there's only one of those, I don't trust that at all. I don't even know where they even got that considering the flight level winds, so I'm disregarding this completely. I think the 50 mile per hour estimate by the NHC is accurate, so yeah, that's something we need to continue to pay attention to right there. Yeah, that's where we kind of are right now. Yeah, we now have Earl and Danielle in the Atlantic. Oh, and I forgot to mention real quickly, We do have another area of interest that was tagged this morning, actually, in the eastern tropical Atlantic. A tropical wave located just off the African coast is associated with some disorganized showers and thunderstorms. An area of low pressure could form later this week, and subsequent gradual development is possible as the system moves generally west to northwestward across the eastern central tropical Atlantic. I'm going to go ahead and pull up that satellite. Satellite imagery for you guys in the eastern Atlantic right there, just to show you what's going on. This is what they're monitoring right here for that area of interest. It does, in my opinion, have a decent chance of development as time continues to go on, but that's a situation we're going to have to monitor in the next few days. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out, helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day. Stay safe. All right, Matt, I'm done.
Oh, nice. Do you think it went well?
Yeah, it went pretty well.